want to go back to Jay Chabria. Jay, most of us remember that on day one of the Biden presidency, one of the key things he did is, take out his pen and sign a big stack of documents undoing much of what then President Trump had done regarding the border. Well, now, when you look at the polls, the border and the immigration situation is one of the top concerns among the facts, that there are tens of thousands of Chinese men of military age who have just kind of walked across the border into this country, and that is starting to catch people's attention.
100%. This is a huge issue around the country. And yes, undoing that is directly on the Biden administration. And they've got blood on their hands, for quite frankly. Look, I'm doing a race right now in West Virginia where Patrick Morrisey is going to be the next governor. And the fentanyl problem that has invaded West Virginia has been tremendous. I mean, it has literally killed people, and that is a lot of Chinese fentanyl coming through the border. Look, it also speaks to an issue about safety. When you talk about suburban women, when in some of these polls, that's a place where Republicans have to do better, and they've lost some ground on with suburban women. The issue of safety, the issue of the border still rings high with those folks as well, too. And it's something that even states that are not on the border, they are affected by it. They feel it. They see it. They understand it's fundamentally unfair. And this is one of those big issues that's going to kick against the Biden administration, probably result in Trump's presidency.
Do you think that these prosecutors who have brought these many, many cases against the former president are starting to wish that they had just left him alone?
Well, here's the thing about the prosecutors. Prosecutors are mostly political animals, so anytime they get their name in lights or name in the print, they probably are very happy about it. But you know who I think is probably wishing they wouldn't have done it are the Democratic Party officials who are starting to see it in some of these states where they're starting to see the backlash. These swing states, the Pennsylvanias, the Nevadas, the Arizonas, the Michigans. When people continue to lose faith, we talked about it at the top of the segment, at the top of the show, how people have lost faith in these big institutions, no more so than the legal system. And that is an issue that regular Americans all across America, and especially in these purple states, are starting to see. So while the prosecutors, it's no skin off their back, they get to be farther left and get raking campaign donations from Act Blue. The problem is going to be for these electoral college states that are really important for the Biden White House, and I think it's going to work against them.
Yeah, Alvin Bragg, the district attorney in Manhattan, who seems to be sort of, pro cashless bail and a lot of people say criminal friendly. He was happy to let a bunch of illegal immigrants who beat up New York City cops. He was happy to let them walk out of jail without posting bail. But he does want to prosecute a former president.
Well, look, and when you go to New York City, and I know you're in New York City, and it's something very dear to your heart, but like when I visit New York City, it's not the same place when I was there before, and that is directly a result of the Democratic politics. And I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and we've seen this in Democratic cities all across the country. And look, sometimes crime rates are going in the right direction right now, but remember, a lot of that always changes during the summer when it's the hotter months. So the jury's still out on how bad it's going to be in some of these cities. Right. And I feel the worst.
Jay Chabria, thank you. Still awaiting former President Trump.